try to connect you.
Ilona? That's my name. Hi. I don't know what happened with my phone that I missed your phone call. I checked it and the volume was on and everything.
Yeah. No worries. It's okay. Happens sometimes. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still have the harassment issue that we talked about. I don't know if you want to like talk about it or what.
Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to discuss it?
Well, I don't know. What are you at leisure to say about this? Because last week, like, I don't know, you want, like, if you want to hear about new events, like, this could be considered coincidental, but somebody hacked, like, the local ATM to block, like, Dimitri's card or something. Oh, Dimitri, by the way, according to me, I think he's mentally ill, but I don't know because I'm not, like, an official.
Yeah.
So I can't really get help from him, you know.
Yeah.
And he might have to, well, he doesn't have to. He wants to do surgery right now for whatever reason to help with his epilepsy.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello?
It's just really hard living like this. I don't know, like, if maybe you underestimate it, how difficult this could be.
Yeah, probably, I'm not going through it, so of course you probably, I can only play from your perspective. And I'm pretty sure it's very tough. I'm pretty sure it's not easy at all. Having to constantly worry about what might happen next.
It's not like worrying. It's not the worrying that's bothering me. I really feel like I'm not that worrisome of a person. I feel like this issue is real and the police has not been responsive. So I don't know if you're in a position to help.
I'm not.
Because
there's absolutely nothing that I can. I'm only your therapist. That's beyond my scope of knowledge. I am a mental health counselor, and that's all I can do. Like I can't do anything else. I can't call the authorities. I cannot. I cannot do any of that. My job is to be a support for you. My job is to, give you coping skills and you have to be on side.
I feel like I have the best coping skills ever. Oh, that's really nice, baby. Can you eat your, that's not like the point or the problem. I don't understand how to get, solid evidence so then my mental health is not what's at question, because I feel like you're sitting there and acting as a therapist questioning my mental health, whereas there's things going on that are hurting me and my son, and I love my son very, very much, like, and he loves me too. I feel like it would be a tragedy to separate us at this point. So I don't know what else I could add to this, and I take care of him to the very best of my ability. You know?
Why would you think that they'll separate you from your son? I don't think that has a threat at all.
I don't know, because I really can't see where this situation is gonna go unless this harassment issue is resolved.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not healthy for my child. He deserves better too. He deserves better too.
Yeah. I mean, the best that you can do to have some type of evidence is to have some type of police report or something along those lines. Like,
that's the thing. They don't take report from me.
Oh, okay.
They don't. I've talked to them. I have like videotapes of myself talking to them, but they don't give me like an official police report. It has like a docket number on it. They never gave me anything with a docket number on it.
Well, I mean, at least now you have the evidence on video or something, you know? Like, I think that's at least a good thing. Yeah, because at least if you have some type of police report, but being that you are saying that um, they are not taking your word for whatever reason, then if you have evidence, just contacting the police and having a conversation with them, then I think that that's a good thing.
I mean, obviously it is. So I don't understand, because these people that I talk to, I don't know, you know, what their protocol is, you know. And it's kind of saddens me to hear you say, oh, I can only act as your therapist, because I feel like, again, like, my mental health shouldn't be what's at question. I feel like, you know what, these people that are responsible should be like put on trial, you know,
Yeah.
if it comes down to that. But I'm just trying to get out of this situation for my child, because he is very important to me. Because it affects everything. It affects like our nutrition. It affects everything. You know, I mean, I feel daring saying this because, again, you did reinstate that you're there to act as a therapist, and that, you know, you're questioning, like, you know, my mental health, and obviously that questions my ability to act as a mother as well, you know. So this whole situation, like, puts me kind of at odds with you and makes me nervous too, talking to you about this, because I don't even like know what to say, you know. Because like last week, like, I was eating the same soup that we've been ordering, and that gave me diarrhea. Now, like, are you gonna question that it's the soup when I tell you this? You're gonna say it's something, you know, you're gonna act out of your own interest and say, well, you know, maybe it's something else to me, right? And again, like, I'm sitting here thinking about, because everybody, it's natural to act out of your own interest. Everybody acts out of their own interest. I'm sitting here like racking my brain trying to think, what is her own interest in this scenario? Because, you know, and I told you what my own interest is, as keeping my son healthy and educating him and taking care of him, you know. So where, like, how can I get help? Like, if you're only acting as a therapist, like, how do I get these police to act on my behalf? Because I don't know, you know, what protocols they have, what protocols you have as a therapist either. I'm only guessing at all of this.
Yeah, so that's what it is. I have my job to do, and that's all I can possibly do. You know, like, there's nothing else I can possibly do about this situation besides just advise you to talk to your primary care physician, make a report with the police. That's all I can possibly tell you. I am a mental health counselor, and I'm only trained to be a mental health counselor. Anything else is beyond my scope of knowledge. I don't know exactly what's going on. You do tell me, I don't know. Like, I have absolutely no idea. I take your word for it, but there's absolutely nothing else that I can do. It's like being a teacher. Like, if a teacher, you know, people act as a teacher, and then that's it. That there's nothing else a teacher can do than act as a teacher. And the same thing with police officers. A police officer will act as a police officer. They cannot act as a mental health counselor. They cannot do anything else beyond their scope of knowledge. And if they
It's
are
not that they
doing
can't. It's just that
they are not being
some people
professional.
sit there and they say, "Oh, well, that's above like my pay grade or whatnot." And some people, they do. Like, I've had police officers that were very friendly towards me, you know,
Yeah.
and they,
Well,
you know, they listen to
what I
me.
can do
And
is, I know that all I can do is, I think I asked you this, I did ask you this before. There's nothing else I personally, as a therapist, can do about this situation. And the average therapist, this is nothing else they can really do about this situation besides what advise you to call the cops, make a report if there's something that's up. There's nothing else that I can possibly do. Or talk to your physician, and you have told me that they are not paying much attention to you when you do report that you have
I do. Like
that.
every chance I get, I call them. It's just, you know, it's, I get tired of the futility. I don't know, like,
Yeah.
what
No, there's nothing, absolutely nothing.
what
that I
is
can
making
do.
progress here, and what, like, again, what is their, what are they doing? I'm grateful for I see that, like, I mean, again, like, that you're not, like, trying to absolutely, like, question whether I'm sane or not, because, you know, being that you are, like, officially a therapist, I suppose you're in a position to do that, you know, so I am grateful for that much, but I still feel like there's things that I not comfortable, like, really just telling you that that's happening because of this harassment, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really, you know, I don't want to push it, is what it is, you know, because again, I told you again, I really love my son, and I don't know how you feel about it. I don't know if you're trained, like, uh, in children's psychologies, but he's really known only me, and he does love me, and I do take care of him the best that I can. But in the situation that we're in, like, again, all of this is very questionable because of the harassment, and it's totally not my fault. Like, it's totally not my fault. Like, I don't know what to do, you know. So I don't mean to push on you. It's just that I would feel like not a very good mom if I didn't try to push on everybody that I could, you know, try to push on with this.
I understand that. I get it. I completely understand where you're coming from. I'm sorry I have your son. I don't have any concerns about you as a mother. There's no reason for me to be concerned about that. The only way I'll, intervene in that aspect is if ACS called me and they asked me a question or something along those lines. But there's no ACS results in your case. There's absolutely no concern in that area, in that regard. So I understand why you are concerned. I know you love Patrick, and I understand why you're concerned. But as far as me, like, I don't have anything negative to say about your parenting. So that's beyond. But that's you don't have to worry about me in that area. So just want to put that out there.
And you mentioned teachers just before. Like, was it odd and coincidental? Like, you even said, like, those other kids looked bigger than him. Like, why wouldn't that teacher say anything? You know?
Yeah, they do look taller. They do look taller than him, but he could just be a smaller kid, you know? I'm pretty sure by now.
Exactly. Everything is making any single event, like, everybody that can't get away into making it into something coincidental, they do it. So, you know, I feel very insecure in this situation. You know?
Yeah. I understand. I understand where you are coming from. But I think that by now, Patrick probably has had a growth spur, and he is probably the average height his his classmates, you know, by now, like if he was to return to school. But I did notice that
There's nothing wrong with my child. I feel like there's something wrong with society.
I don't think there's absolutely nothing wrong with your child. I did notice when you did pointed it out. You did point out that he was smaller than the average kids in his classroom. You did show me the photo, and it did appear. I mean, he was smaller than most of those kids in his classroom. But I can't really speak much because I'm very short. I'm barely 5 foot. So growing up, I was probably the smallest person in class. But that's because my mom is shorter and I'm shorter than my siblings and everybody else. So I can't really, that doesn't, to me, that's not, I don't see it as a problem just because I myself am pretty short. I'm barely 5 foot. So I, for me, that's not really like an issue. I mean, I could see why I identify
In
it
this
as
diarrhea thing, it's just coincidental, right? That his father like has some like degenerative disease that's totally not
I have
contagious,
no
you know, and
idea. I don't know
yeah,
what's
why
going
would
on
all of
in
this
your
be just
household. Like
coincidental
that's
is what I'm
not.
saying. I don't want to push it again because I mean people get defensive. I understand you're looking out for yourself. So I just feel like there's almost like nothing to talk about, you know?
Mhm. Well, I mean,
So
I think that what we can do, and I have suggested that for you. Not too long ago, I did ask you if you wanted to keep me as a therapist or if you wanted to explore other potential therapists,
no,
because
no, I do
I
not.
feel
Again,
like
because
if,
I'm looking out for my interests because I feel like I've mentioned certain things to you once or twice and
mm-hmm,
now do I have to reiterate it every time? I don't know about
mm-hmm,
that. And
mm-hmm,
I mean, I understand you might want to leave me or something, but I would really rather not if it's up to me.
okay,
I mean,
yeah,
what's the
and that's,
difference if somebody else questions my sanity or if you do it, you know? The difference
mm-hmm,
is that
yeah,
people will look at the situation and will say, well, Dania knew this woman for a long time. Why didn't she question her sanity sooner? You
mm-hmm,
know?
yeah. Okay, so I just want you to know that there's always that option because many times I feel as if there's nothing really else that I can possibly do in your case, and that I'm here to listen. I'm here to be a support to the best of my ability, and that's all that I can possibly do. I'm not saying that you are crazy. I do think that you do get the diarrhea. I don't know where it stems from. I don't know if, I have no idea.
But is it at least curious? Like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. My kid is. But like anyway, I'm sorry. Like again, I don't mean to make it like it's not like that personal again, but it's just like isn't it at least curious? You know what I'm saying? Like
I
isn't
know
it
it
at
can be
least in the
frustrating.
least a little bit curious? All this,
Mm-hmm.
amassed, like I mean like what is this? Can you call this bad luck? I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like, oh my god, this lady's sitting there and she has to write something to the HMO or something presentable, like I don't even know, right? So
Usually, I do write that you are experiencing, stomach issues and stuff like that. I cannot, exactly, I cannot say he's experiencing stomach issues because he's being harassed. Like, I cannot say that because
I
I
understand, that's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying, like but
Yeah, but I do
isn't it like
know that you
curious
are
or something what's
experiencing,
going on?
stomach issues, the fact I do put that in my notes. Like, it's something very simple and basic. I don't expound on my notes just because it's best to just keep it simple. So I do know, like, your sister stated that she's experiencing, um, stomach issues or something along those lines. The recipient stated that she spoke to her primary care physician about experiencing stomach issues
That's the
and
thing.
to
It
no
wasn't just
avail.
me. Like Dima grew
Mhm.
breasts. Dima grew
Yeah.
breasts. I told you I was
Yeah.
gaining weight and growing breasts. Dimitri grew breasts.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, isn't this situation at least curious for somebody to investigate? Like, say they weren't just a therapist or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know
Yeah.
what to say anymore. I don't want to be like institutionalized for saying too much,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
that is pretty casual.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
I mean,
and that's why I keep saying to you,
I
yeah, I'm
do.
grateful
Mhm.
for like your support this far, but it's just that I have a kid and stuff, and
Yeah.
I have to push it. I just don't know,
Yeah. No, I understand, and that's the child, and parents, mothers do whatever they need to do for their children. I totally understand that. I totally get it. But that's not something that there's no way I can say, oh, you know what, I could tell my parents, I could go to my supervisor and be like, hey, you know what, my client is really experiencing these stomach issues, blah, blah, blah. Can you investigate? This is not, it's just going to sound you crazy. Like, you don't do that here. There's nothing that I can do about that. That's something that you might have to do on your own. I can encourage you to talk to your doctor or to make a police report or something along those lines. But everything else, I can't. You don't have that power, to send somebody out to investigate about why you have stomach issues or why those things are happening. We don't have that capacity to do those things. So I want you to understand that. It doesn't, we could talk about it. We could talk about what's concerning you, and I'm here to listen to it. I'm not judging you for it. I don't think that you're making this up. I don't think that you're making up having diarrhea. Because the only benefit will only be the benefit of you saying that. I do think that it is happening. Do I know why? I don't know why. I don't know why it's happening. You might know why. I have some notion as to why it's happening. I don't know that. And I cannot say, that it's because it's X, Y, and Z. I could say, yes, Iona is experiencing stomach issues. According to her, she has organ issues. She's experiencing some physical health issues, blah, blah, blah. I believe that. But that's about
it's just things like this. I see how stressful it is to be in your position, because again, like, how would you tie in my stomach issues plus my identity theft issues? Like, these are the things that I can talk about, and these things do happen to normal people that don't have mental health issues. But now, how do you, like, explain this and that all happening without calling me like some sort of loony, like saying, oh well, she's just like prone to anxieties or whatever? Am I just prone to anxieties? Like, is it really a casual thing to get the ATM hacked, to get your mail stolen, to have things randomly just break? Not like randomly, but it's pretty random to me. Like, if I walk out of my home and I come back and things are just randomly broken, like, I didn't expect it. It's news to me, like, how it broke. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody broke it, So I don't even, like, I don't even know, like, this situation is making me uncomfortable very, very much, and it's taking a toll on my health, my physical health. It's probably, like, again, I don't want you to take my son away from me. I don't want you to call the ACS on me, but it's probably taking a toll on my child's health as well, So I have to stress you out.
I have no concerns about your son or anything else. Why would you think that I'll do that? I'm not doing that. Like, and if I did, I'll let you know beforehand.
I understand that, like, you're not, like, alone. I understand, like, you have, like, protocols and whatever, and I don't know, like, in, like, the police have to have protocols too, and I can't, like, my brain is like, why is this happening to me? Why me? Can like, I really am very at odds with society right now, because any one individual is shrugging this off like it's not really their problem. I'm not saying just you, I'm just saying any one individual that come across me that know better, they're all giving me the it's above my pay grade sort of, conversation. And, well, not, like, it's either it's above my pay grade or there's nothing I could do. Sometimes it's not clear to me either which one they're saying, so I don't judge. But it's it's like not make me happy. I'm not a happy person, and I'm not a healthy person.
So I mean, what we could do is, if you want, I can tell my supervisor and
That's okay,
next
because I know
session.
exactly what you're saying. I don't want to talk to your supervisor. I feel like complaining
Yeah,
to you is enough.
yeah, and see if she can do, because even if I
I
was
mean, if it's like
able
that,
to
that
do
makes me feel
something.
even less comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, because it's not like, you know, it really isn't anything I can do about this.
because you know what
This
it is?
shift.
Like, that just didn't sound nice to me. Like, last week, you sounded like a nice person. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, this just, I don't know. You know? I don't mean
Yeah.
to say anything like that. I don't know. Like I said, I'd rather talk to you about it.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I think that I get where you're coming from, and I have already told that I mentioned to you that there's really absolutely nothing I can do about the situation as a therapist. But the reason why I brought up my supervisor, because if it was anything that I would do, it would have to be approved by my supervisor, if anything. So this has
That's okay.
has right.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
okay.
that's
I
okay.
guess I'll
So
just
that's something like,
keep struggling on. I mean,
and
I don't know.
this
Again, I don't know. Like,
actually,
you could
this
be
is
telling me
something.
one thing and you could be making different plans, for all I know. I don't know. So,
I think that I don't know. Like, I think that if you don't, maybe if you so this is where the conflict comes from, right? Because if you don't trust me as a therapist, and if you don't feel like you can confide in me as a therapist, then I know I'm not for everyone. I'm
here's
aware
the
of that.
thing. Can I interrupt you for a minute? That's the thing. I
Yeah.
said it before and I'm going to say it again. I feel uncomfortable that my mental health is at question here. I feel like this harassment's very real, and that is what's stressing me out, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Because I don't want to feel like incompetent and that I'm not listening to you or hearing you
You
when I
are.
have
You
to,
totally
you
just
know.
listened to 27, 28 minutes of uh, me, like, being very unhappy and
Hmm.
giving you argument as to why.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what it is. It's not. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to minimize your suffering in any way, shape, or form. I'm not trying to do any of that. So I don't want you to feel that way. But I also don't want to feel as if what I have to offer is just not enough for you. So my goal as a therapist is for you to make sure that you have someone that you can confide in, that you can talk to,
That's the
whatever the
thing.
case
Like, I
might
did
be.
just confide in you, and now you're trying to,
Yeah.
like, tell me that I have to take this to someone else. I don't understand
That's not what I'm
this.
saying. Like, that's
And
exactly
what I
what I'm
was telling
saying.
you is that just like a minute ago, I was saying, you were telling me you can only act as a therapist,
Yeah.
and you suggested I talk to police about, like, harassment issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do need other people I need to talk to and confide in, but
Hmm.
not for mental health.
Yeah. Okay. Just know that, like, I am not minimizing, you are a single mother. Your son is your main priority. I genuinely believe that you love your son. You're not trying to harm your son. I do believe that you are going through some type of issue. I don't know. You know. You know what exactly what's going on. I, as a therapist, can only say, okay, I know that it's experiencing, stomach issues or whatever the case might be. I cannot speculate or I cannot say that, it's because you are being harassed. I could say that. And I document this in a way that wouldn't hurt you. Like our goal with our documentation is so that you look good. Like, that it's like if somebody was to read my notes, they wouldn't think that you are a mean person. So that's why I cannot say, even if that is happening, I cannot document. I cannot say, okay, my client is being
Okay, again, I'm sorry. I said I'm grateful for what you are doing for me.
I'm just letting you know the way that
I just don't want you as a human, because I know you're a therapist, but you're also a person to at some point turn around and say, okay, but for her to hide what's going on like this from me, I find this personally unethical, and excuse yourself from helping me because of your personal ethics later on, because I am a mom. That's why I'm so hard on you. It has nothing to do with you. It's just that I am a mom, and I have concerns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And honestly, if there was something that I could do, what would I do? Like, there's really, even if I could assist in any way or way, shape, or form, there's really nothing that I could actually do besides encouraging you to inform the authorities or, talk to your doctor or whatever the case might be. So even if I could, like, if I had the power to do anything else, there's really, I couldn't. What would, like, let's talk 1 second. What would you expect me to do? Like, if you had it your way, what would you expect me to do? What would be helpful for you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. So, so it's just, I understand your frustration.
Because you just
I
you would just cut me off with I'm a therapist. So why listen? I guess you were just listening to this. As a therapist, there's nothing more that you could do.
Yeah. Yeah, but I totally get your frustration. I'm not trying to minimize it, like I said, in any way, shape, or form. Um, but I understand that you're frustrated. I always tell you all the time how much Patrick loves you, and you love Patrick is very obvious that you love your son and you care about your son. So I don't have any concerns in that area. That's not a concern for me. Um, Yeah, but I do think that you should continue to use the music all the time. Try to make those police reports, record them if you need to. Do what you need to do, just so that you have some type of evidence.
I mean, yeah, that's the deal with them. Like, it's not evidence unless they docket it, and it's.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying, call them.
And I feel kind of angry, because
Yeah.
I don't feel like this happens to a lot of people, that they would just ignore straight up. Like, you just walk up to the police and you say things like this and they just ignore it. I don't know, maybe they're not ignoring it, but they're not giving an official reference to me. So I'm gonna go because I have to do some lessons with him. So thank you for talking to me. Okay. I don't know what to make of this. Bye.